Have you ever felt stuck working hard, yet getting nowhere? This is the story of Daniel Brooks, a 27-year-old from Dayton, Ohio, who went from flipping burgers to flipping his mindset, and eventually flipping the script of his entire life. Daniel had always believed in hard work. Right after high school, he took a job at a fast food restaurant to support his family. What started as a temporary solution turned into 5 long years of double shifts, grease burns, and just enough money to scrape by. No college degree, no connections, just a mountain of bills and a growing feeling of hopelessness. One cold night, after a 10-hour shift, Daniel sat alone in his tiny apartment, scrolling through job listings he wasn't qualified for. He muttered to himself, "There's got to be a smarter way to do this." And that was the beginning. Daniel stumbled upon a podcast episode titled "Think Like an Economist." He had no idea how much that one click would change everything. The episode talked about opportunity cost, not just in money, but in time and energy. It spoke about incentives, trade-offs, and how scarcity forces choice. For the first time, Daniel realized he wasn't lazy. He was operating without the right mental model. He began devouring every podcast, book, and video on economics, not to become an economist, but to start thinking like one. Daniel started small. Instead of picking up another extra shift, he used that time to build a skill: digital marketing. He asked himself, what's the opportunity cost of one more late-night shift versus 1 hour learning a high-income skill? He started freelancing on weekends, offering small businesses help with social media ads. His first client paid him $50. It wasn't much, but it proved his time could be worth more than minimum wage if used wisely. Over time, he used cost-benefit analysis to make smarter life decisions. He optimized how he spent money, invested in online courses, and eventually started his own digital consultancy. 3 years later, Daniel's business had grown from side hustle to 7 figures in annual revenue. He had clients across the country, a small remote team, and financial freedom. But he didn't stop there. He created a free online course, Economics for Everyday Hustlers, teaching others how to use economic thinking to escape the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. Within a year, over 50,000 people had enrolled. Some left dead-end jobs. Others started businesses. Many finally saw a future worth fighting for. Daniel began speaking at schools, community centers, and even prisons, teaching people how to rewire their decisions using the lens of economic thinking. He didn't just build a business. He built a movement, a way for ordinary people to think strategically, act deliberately, and live powerfully. Daniel Brooks didn't win the lottery. He didn't have rich parents, and he didn't stumble upon a shortcut. He just learned to think differently, to think like an economist. And once he did, the world became full of possibilities. So the question is, what would your life look like if you started thinking like one too?